AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
I know what this is.
Knicks Rehab.
Knicks Rehab, y'all.
This really stood out to me, Flea.
What you got?
The players, all the way down to the fans, is to build a sustainable, winning culture that produces championships. That's why I'm here. I'm fortunate to know what it takes to create that success. A lot of hard work, a high level of commitment, and a focus on today.
Nigga sound like Obama.
He does. He sound like somebody else too. His boy, and he was coaching before he dipped on him. Yeah.
We also know you three kings came down here to win championships. Not one, championships.
Not two.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not two, not three, not four, not five, not six.
Plural, right? Not one, not two, not three. More than one. That's what Mike Brown said. And I'm fortunate enough to know how to get that done. AllBall said this the other day, Flea. Be very careful what you promising us New Yorkers. Because we're going to try to cash that check, man. Go ahead, Flea. I know you watched the press conference with a different lens. I want to see what you seeing.
One thing and only one thing stood out to me. And it may be small right now, but as the season starts and wanes and all of that stuff, I think it's going to be a huge piece for if we're going to be successful or not. And he talked about playing fast. He talked about speeding the game up. He talked about pace and space. He talked about a lot of things that we just simply don't do, right? I came here a lot of times throughout the season, and I said, damn, anytime Campaign comes into the game, he pushing the pace of the game, and he pushing the ball, and he's trying to get faster shots, shorter possessions, things like that. Like, we looked good. Do y'all remember that? Me coming in here certain nights and just, ecstatic over us playing a lot faster. So I look forward to us being able to do that, right? And if that's something that he's going to implement with the roster that we have right now, being able to pitch ahead. I know everybody saw what KD said, but I thought it was valid. If your point guard can't do the pitch ahead pass, then what the fuck are we really doing? Yeah, he can handle the rock. Yeah, he can break down defenses. Yeah, we could get us into our shit. But if we watched Indiana, every time Halliburton get the ball, he's pitching it ahead. He's not pounding the shit to get across half court. He's getting it and he's looking ahead to get an easy basket. How many baskets did they get against us, against OKC, where they're getting points in the first six seconds of the possession? And not a three, right? Not a bad three, not a bad shot. They get layups and dunks, shit like that. Yeah, I'm very, very interested to see Brunson get the ball and look that way, not turn around and pound and figure out how I'm gonna, take advantage of my matchup. You could do that in your sleep, bro. You got that. But let's get Mikal Bridges a couple early buckets because he's running the floor. Oh, OG is on a break after he got a steal. Get him the basketball, right? I just want to see him implement that, and I think if we can implement that on this team, I think it just changes a lot on how we attack defenses, man. I think it could add another layer to who we are. So that's why I said I just looked at it with a different lens.
What you thinking, AllBall?
No, I mean, I'll be real brief. I totally agree. Remember, Magic Johnson said it when he was on First Take with Stephen A. He was like, that's the reason why we should have went and got Kevin Durant, to speed the game up. Flea alluded to that a lot of times during the season. We have to speed the game up. But, what I really was thinking was guys like Brunson, you got to remember, it'd be a lot of incentives in these guys' contracts, right? So it may be a certain amount of points, certain amount of this, certain amount of that. You get extra money. I don't know what it is. But hopefully Mike Brown will give Brunson a different mindset to where it's like, this is what it takes to play championship style basketball. You got to get the ball out your hands. You got to get others involved. You got to speed the game up. Remember, you're going to get yours. We know you can get 30. But we compete for championships if you get everybody involved. So, Fleet, I 100% agree. Mike Brown, like I said that on the other show, him being involved with so many championship teams and organizations, he can bring that experience to us because we have no experience when it comes to that. So I agree. Move the ball. Now we got guys like Jordan Clarkson. He's a fast-paced guy. So, like you said, Brunson is the guy that has to get everybody involved, and hopefully Mike Brown will be the guy. Mike Brown can hopefully be the guy that what Steve Kerr did with Golden State after Mark Jackson. Okay, I'm gonna unleash something else to where now we championship contention. So let's see. But I totally agree, Fleet. We have to speed the game up because playing that half-court slow style of basketball, you'll have to get ran out the gym, as we've seen all throughout the season.
And the times that we did play sped up was against Mike Brown Sacramento Kings. Like certain times, there were times that we played sped up, and it's ironic. The Dime, shout out the Dime Dropper, decided to remind me yesterday that I was wrong about after game 2. I'm sided with Flea AllBall. No, brother. No, you're not.
I shouted for joy yesterday when I read that. I was like, look at Dom.
I bet you did, because all 3 of y'all are wrong. Because ain't no way you're going to start playing that style in game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals or the second round, whenever the hell it was, round 1. You have to do that from now until next June. That was the problem with Thibodeau from the beginning. He didn't understand. I didn't trust getting cat with him because we've seen this movie before with him. Nah, is he going to make Brunson be more of a point guard? If I see stuff like that, if we would have seen that from the beginning of the season, I don't think we would have had any doubts about what AllBall was saying with championship expectations. If all of a sudden Jalen Brunson becomes Steve Nash, that's, and we're not asking him to be that, but that is part of the reason why I thought Tyrese Halliburton was better than De'Aaron Fox when he was in Sacramento. I don't know if Brunson can do it, but he has to make it more of an instinct. He has to practice that. That has to be something that, if this is something that we see with the team early on, preseason, then we start seeing the beginning of the season, we would start to get excited. Oh, you got Brunson to buy into just getting the ball down court without even thinking about it? Oh, damn. Remember, he is.
Can we change that word, Fabian? Can we change that word a little bit? Buy in? Can we change that word to what Mike Brown used and insert that pause? Mike Brown said, I've been on 3 different teams. I know what it takes to win championship level team. The word he used was sacrifice. Can we just use that word instead of buy in for Brunson? Because there has to be a level of sacrifice with Brunson.
Hey, Fleet, what have I been saying? Guys is going to have to sacrifice. Remember what I said? I said, how many times I heard me say, if we know you can average 30, but what if you give us 24-9, 25-11? Like I said, these guys gotta want to win a championship, bro. I know guys say it, but the play on the floor tells it all. I told you, a lot of these guys, they go out to get their numbers, bro. They go out and get their numbers, and it's sad that we watch it sometimes. Up 30, right? Man, I'm subbing myself out. The coach ain't got to tell me to get out the game. Yo. But now, niggas want their 30. Niggas want their 40 balls. Bro, at the end of the day, I said it, and I'm going to say it over and over again. The only way for us to win, we have to play like that 05 Detroit Pistons, Chauncey Billups in them. Bro, you have to play as a team. Brunson has to get everybody involved, bro. Like I said, we never seen at the end of the game him get nobody else a wide open shot.
You're right. You're right. I think, shout out to Cottage 81 in the comments. I'm not reading your full name because I'm not sure, in all sincerity, I'm not sure if you're trolling or if you're trying to spread some awareness. You could, confirm that for me. But an amazing question that leads into what I'm talking about. Who's the better coach between Rick Adelman all time or George Karl? I will always have Rick Adelman over George Karl. I'm biased because I hate George Karl's guts. Rick Adelman's been to a finals, maybe 2 finals with Portland Trailblazers, and then what he did with Sacramento, and we won like 20 plus games in a row with the Houston Rockets. The way that the way that he gets his teams to buy in, and he has a specific style. How does he get his players to sacrifice? Because we know how many players have come out and to talk about how much they hated George Karl. It's not an accident. So I'm not saying that the Knicks hated Tibbs. I'm saying are we sure Tibbs can get Brunson to sacrifice? Because if I'm Brunson, I'm sitting there going, sacrifice for what? What kind of play you drawing on for me? I'm doing okay. I'm gonna pass the ball, and then what? What's happening next? Mike Brown is the one that could probably maybe able to get him to buy in because he has a play drawn up. He has other plays. He goes, Cat's gonna be over here, but next time on this play, he might be in the corner for 20 plays of a game this time instead of doing what they did this year and only had him in the corner like once or twice. So this is a big deal. Now I'm starting to get excited because we talking X's and O's now. I'm not big on that, but we like to hear it. Can Brunson trust Mike Brown? That was the original thumbnail and the title and all that because, his man is gone off the bench. His father's being demoted somewhat, right? We got to see. This is how can he earn his trust? How can Mike Brown get him to sacrifice? Because we know, Flea, we love them playing at a faster pace, and we got a bench now. Let me just say,
Flea, let me just say this, and you can go.
Yep.
As much as we love Brunson, New York could turn on your ass in a New York minute. The pressure is on his ass. Bruh, we won a championship. We gave you the keys to the city. We don't want to hit them because you know what happened, Flea. You'll play for us and retire. What people be saying. All he did was this. All he did was that. Pound the ball. Didn't do this. Didn't do that. So he has to put in the back of his mind, bro, I need to sacrifice so I can win a championship. Because if he wins a championship, he will go down as one of the greatest we ever seen because it's going to be for New York City. So I just hope it doesn't take a coach to make you sacrifice to win a championship.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.